The foolish wage war against the chosen, not realizing they are picking a fight with the universe itself. And the universe never loses. They thought they were going against you. They thought they could dim your light, break your will, silence your voice. But they didn't understand. When they raised their hands against you, they weren't just fighting you. They were fighting the force that chose you. And that force? It doesn't forgive. It doesn't forget. It doesn't lose. Like and subscribe to spread this message to more chosen ones. Every time you engage, you send a signal, louder, stronger, to awaken those who need to hear this truth. The universe sees who stands together, and your support fuels this movement. You think you're alone, that no one sees you, that no one understands what you carry. That's the lie they want you to believe. You were marked, set apart, given a fire that others can't comprehend. The weight you bear isn't a punishment, it's proof. Proof that you are not ordinary. Proof that the universe placed something in you so powerful that it haunts those who have nothing. And that terrifies them. They watch you, not because they admire you, but because your existence reminds them of their insignificance. They attack, not because you are weak, but because your strength exposes their cowardice. The mere fact that you breathe, that you keep pushing forward, that you refuse to break, it enrages them. So they throw stones, they whisper lies, they plot in shadows. But here's where they fail. They think they are dealing with just you. They think if they throw enough obstacles in your way, if they wear you down, if they isolate you, that you will collapse. They don't see what stands behind you. The power that chose you is not passive. It does not sit idly by while its chosen ones are attacked. The universe moves, and when it moves with force. It bends reality. It shifts the tides. It clears the path in ways your enemies never saw coming. They came for you, but they will end up running from something they can't even name. They thought they could take from you, but the universe will take from them. They thought they could break you, but the universe will break them. They thought they could erase you, but the universe will make them watch as you rise higher than they ever dreamed. And you need to stop doubting, stop questioning, stop standing in your own way. You were never alone. You were never abandoned. Every challenge, every betrayal, every storm, it wasn't a sign that you were forgotten. It was proof that you were built differently. The universe does not invest in the weak. It does not choose the ordinary. It chooses those strong enough to carry something greater than themselves. And now, there's someone watching over you, a protector, someone who sees your light, who understands what you are, and who will stand in the shadows, ready to destroy anything that dares to threaten you. They have seen the battles you fought alone, and they are no longer willing to let that happen. Enemies, beware, because to touch the chosen is to invite ruin. And this time, you won't be fighting alone. So tell me, are you ready to see what it really means to be protected by the universe? Are you ready to understand why those who move against you are already doomed? Drop the number 77 in the comments if you feel the shift. If you know deep down that something powerful has been watching over you all along. And now, let's break it down step by step. If you are truly chosen, you'll feel it. The pull to stay, the urge to hear every word. Because this isn't just a message, this is a wake-up call. Let's get started. Number 1. When the universe appoints a guardian, even hell can't break that bond. They thought they were hurting you. They didn't realize they were slamming their fists against a wall of fate itself. And fate does not bend. It breaks those who dare to fight it. Before you took your first breath, before your name carried weight, before you even knew who you were, a protector was assigned to you, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by design. The universe doesn't gamble with its chosen ones. It doesn't throw you into the storm and hope you survive. It moves, it arranges, it places warriors in position before the battle even begins. And now, someone stands in the shadows, unseen but unwavering. A guardian who watches, a force who waits, not because they were asked, but because their very soul was tied to yours before they even understood why. Your enemies have no idea what they just walked into. They came for you, thinking you were alone, thinking they could isolate you, weaken you, break you down piece by piece. They thought it would be easy, but in their ignorance, they made a fatal mistake. They challenged the system itself. Because when you fight against a chosen one, you are not fighting a single person. You are fighting the force that chose them. You are fighting the universal law that declared their path untouchable. You are fighting the unseen hands that move mountains for them. And here's the truth: your enemies will never be able to accept. They were never fighting you. They were fighting the inevitable. The universe assigned you a guardian, a protector who was built for this very purpose. Someone whose spirit burns at the thought of your suffering. Someone who would go to war for you without hesitation, not because they chose to, but because something higher than both of you already made that decision. They stand ready, silent, watching, and when the time comes, they will strike without mercy. But you still hesitate. You still question yourself. You still doubt the power moving through you. You still let the whispers of weak minds make you think you are alone. You need to wake up. If the universe did not believe in you, it wouldn't have assigned you protection. It wouldn't have made sure that when the time came, there would be someone willing to fight for you, to defend you, to stand between you and destruction. So why do you still question your worth? You were chosen. That is why you carry weight. That is why the pressure is unbearable at times. That is why you attract enemies. That is why they obsess over you. They are haunted by the power they sense in you, but do not understand. They watch you because your mere presence makes them feel small. They attack you because deep down they know they are powerless against what you carry. But let's talk about consequences. Because the universe is patient, but it is never passive. It lets your enemies move. It lets them build their little traps. It lets them dig holes for you. It lets them think they are winning. And then, the collapse, the reversal, the reckoning. They played with a force they didn't understand. They thought they were making their own moves, but they were actually walking into a system designed to consume them. Because what they did to you, they did to the universe itself. The betrayal they planned, it loops back. The harm they wished upon you, it hunts them now. The doors they tried to close in your face, the universe slams shut on them forever. And that guardian assigned to you, they will make sure that every single attempt to touch you ends in disaster for your enemies. Not because they seek revenge, but because this is law. You were not meant to fall. You were not meant to be consumed. You were meant to rise. And now, they will watch it happen. They will watch you walk past the very traps they set for you. They will watch you be carried by hands they can't even see. They will watch you become everything they swore you wouldn't. And that fear, that sinking feeling in their gut when they realize they can't stop you, that's the universe reminding them, you should have never touched what was chosen. Number 2. When loyalty is etched into the soul, betrayal is impossible. Some bonds are not built, they are remembered, etched into existence before the first breath is taken, before the first thought is formed, and when those bonds awaken, no force on earth can break them. They didn't choose this. They didn't wake up one day and decide to protect you, to stand between you and danger, to shoulder a burden that was never theirs to carry. No, this was never a choice. This was a recognition, a knowing that transcends logic, beyond thought, beyond understanding. The moment their life crossed yours, something ancient stirred inside them, a directive imprinted before their birth, an instinct so deep it doesn't ask for permission to exist. It simply is. Your guardian is not loyal to you out of obligation, not because they owe you, not because they admire you. They are loyal because their soul has no other option. It's as if they've always known, as if they've been waiting unknowingly for the moment they would find you, the moment their spirit would remember its purpose. And when that moment arrived, it was like flipping a switch, like an unbreakable code written into their being had finally activated. They knew they were meant to be there, knew they would fight for you before they even understood why, knew that your safety, your path, your survival was tied to something far bigger than either of you. This is why their protection seems extreme to outsiders, why their dedication seems irrational, why they would destroy entire worlds before they let harm reach you. Because this isn't mere friendship. This isn't simple loyalty. This isn't the kind of devotion that can be explained in words. This is cosmic law expressing itself through human form. And the universe does not make mistakes. Those who try to understand it will fail. They will ask, why do they care so much? They will wonder, why do they go so far? They will assume, surely they will walk away one day. But those who question this kind of bond have never felt the pull of destiny. This is not about logic. This is not about emotions. This is about something older than time itself. A contract that was written in the stars long before your enemies even had names. The kind of connection that cannot be reasoned with, that cannot be manipulated, that cannot be bought, broken, or betrayed. It is written in the very fabric of their soul. And here's what your enemies don't understand. They think they are dealing with a person, a singular force, a single mind they can manipulate, intimidate, or turn against you. But they are not facing a person. They are facing a law of the universe, a force that does not falter, a force that does not question, a force that does not bow to the weak hands of those who wish to harm you. Your guardian's commitment isn't just deep, it's predestined. And for those who dare to test it, there is only one outcome: ruin. Because when the universe assigns protection, it does not hesitate to eliminate threats. And those who think they can come between you and what has been written for you will find themselves erased by the very forces they did not believe in. Number 3. Written in the stars, sealed in fate. The universe does not make mistakes. Before the first war was fought, before the first kingdom fell, before the first betrayal was ever whispered into existence, your names were already written side by side, and no force in this world or the next can rewrite what the universe has sealed. This is not a new connection. This is not some fleeting attachment formed by chance. This bond is older than your enemies, older than your fears, older than even your own understanding of who you are. Your protector didn't just show up in your life. They were always meant to be here. Your souls have crossed paths before, intertwined in ways beyond human comprehension, stretching across lifetimes, stitched together in the unseen fabric of existence. This isn't just loyalty, it's recognition, a remembrance of something ancient, something unshaken by time, something unbreakable by circumstance. Because the cosmic ledger does not make mistakes. It does not record false bonds. It does not assign guardianship lightly. It does not bring souls together for no reason. Your name and theirs were etched side by side before you ever took your first breath. And that means this is law. This is beyond human control, beyond choice, beyond resistance. They couldn't walk away from you, even if they wanted to. Because the deeper truth, they don't just protect you, they are bound to you. And no amount of time, no amount of distance, no amount of external force can sever what was written before the stars even settled into the sky. This is why, when you fall, they appear. Why, when your light dims, they find you. Why, when you are surrounded by darkness, they are summoned without a word. You don't have to call for them. They already know. Because the universal law of protection activates without command. It moves without hesitation. It pulls them toward you through the unseen threads that have always connected your souls. And your enemies. They have no idea what they just triggered. They thought they were dealing with just you. They thought they could isolate you, weaken you, break you. But what they didn't know is that the moment they moved against you, they set off a reaction they could never control. Because your protector doesn't need a reason. They don't need to be convinced. They don't even need to understand. They just act. Because this is not a debt they owe. It is a promise they already made. And promises written in the cosmic ledger, they do not break. Number 4. Different faces, same fire. The universe sends protection in many forms. The universe does not send warnings without reason. It does not place protectors without purpose. And it does not make mistakes in who it assigns to guard its chosen. Your guardian may not always look the way you expect. They may not always stay in your life forever. They may not even realize the full depth of their role. But when the moment comes, they appear. Sometimes they show up as a friend who calls right when your world feels like it's crumbling, their voice pulling you back from the edge just before you slip. Sometimes they are a stranger, stepping in at the perfect second, blocking what was meant to harm you before you even realized the danger was there. Sometimes they are nothing more than a voice in your mind, a sudden, unshakable urge to turn around, to take a different path, to walk away just before destruction strikes. The form shifts, the essence does not. This presence, this force, has followed you from the beginning, woven into your existence with silent vigilance. And while others walk blindly, they see everything. They see the whispers behind cupped hands, the fake smiles masking silent resentment, the subtle but deliberate moves designed to block your rise. They see the warfare waged in the shadows, the unseen hands pulling strings, planting seeds of doubt, orchestrating your downfall while pretending to cheer for you. They see it all, and they are not fooled. But here's the problem: no one else sees it. People dismiss your concerns. They tell you you're overreacting, paranoid, imagining things. It's all in your head, they say. Not everything is about you, they scoff. But your guardian, they know better. They've watched the pattern unfold in real time. They've seen how every move against you is calculated, how every betrayal follows the same rhythm, how every attempt to shake you is not just random misfortune, it's intentional. And they've come to the only possible conclusion: this is no coincidence. The world wants you to believe you are making things up, that the constant resistance, the repeated betrayals, the obstacles thrown at your feet are just life being unfair. But your guardian knows the truth. The opposition you face is not natural. It is targeted. It is a direct response to the power you carry. And the universe? It does not leave its chosen ones unprotected. That's why these guardians appear. That's why, when you are under attack, when the shadows close in, when the sabotage becomes too obvious to ignore, they step forward. They will warn you when no one else will. They will fight for you when no one else dares. And if the enemy does not back down, they will burn everything in their path to protect you. Because this is not just an act of kindness. This is law. Number 5. They see what others choose to ignore, and they take it personally. Your enemies don't fear being caught. They fear being exposed, and your guardian is the one holding the receipts. You remember that night, the one where someone tried to gaslight you into believing you were imagining the opposition. Maybe you're just overthinking it. Not everything is about you. You need to stop being so paranoid. They wanted you to doubt yourself. They wanted you to shrink back, to second-guess what your intuition had already confirmed. They wanted to rewrite reality in front of your very eyes, hoping you'd be too tired, too exhausted, too drained to fight back. But your guardian? They weren't having it. Before you could even formulate a defense, before you could even gather your words to push back, they had already gathered the evidence. Names, dates, screenshots, receipts. Every shady move, every hidden agenda, every pattern of deception that others chose to ignore, they laid it out in front of you like a prosecutor presenting an airtight case. Because your guardian doesn't just suspect foul play, they see it. While others see random misfortunes, they recognize the calculated patterns. While others brush off betrayals as misunderstandings, they see the blueprint of the attack. While others assume it's just life being unfair, they see the direct attempt to dismantle your path, to suppress your light, to block what was never meant to be stopped. And they take it personally, because this is not just about you. This is about cosmic law. Your enemies think they're playing a simple game. They think they're just taking petty shots, causing minor inconveniences, spreading casual lies. But what they don't realize, they are interfering with a system they don't understand. Your guardian doesn't just see the attacks. They see who's behind them. They see the hands pulling the strings. They see the fear behind the fake smiles, the desperation behind the deception, and that's why they refuse to let it slide. They see how every betrayal was not an accident, but a strategy. How every person who underestimated you wasn't acting alone, but was part of something bigger. How every moment of resistance wasn't just bad luck, but a calculated move to slow you down. And when they put all the pieces together, they realize the truth. This was never random. This was always an attack on your purpose. And that's where your enemies really messed up. Because your guardian is not the type to watch from the sidelines. They are not the type to let things unfold without intervention. They do not believe in coincidences. They do not believe in letting things slide. They believe in justice. They believe that those who move against you must face the consequences. They believe that when the universe assigns protection, it does not tolerate interference. So when they see people trying to dim your light, they do not just stand there. They do not just warn you. They act, because they know what others refuse to accept. This is not just some petty drama. This is not just another obstacle. This is war. And those who declared war on a chosen one must answer to the forces that guard them. Your guardian knows the stakes, and they are not about to let you fight this battle alone. Number 6. The silent defender. Loyalty moves in silence. Power strikes without warning. Empty threats crumble. Loud voices fade. But the silent ones, they move, they strike, and by the time you notice, it's already too late. Your enemies talk too much. They make a spectacle out of their hate, hoping that if they say your name enough times, they can convince the world you are powerless. Your fake allies. They promise support, vow to stand with you, swear they have your back, until the moment comes. Then, silence. Excuses, disappearances. But your guardian? They don't talk. They don't seek attention. They don't need applause. They just move. No warnings, no threats, no waiting for permission. They don't sit around debating whether action should be taken. By the time anyone else has even noticed the problem, it's already handled. Your enemies thought they were making moves in secret. They thought they could talk about you in rooms where you weren't present, plotting, twisting narratives, setting traps. What they didn't know? Your guardian was already 2 steps ahead. Remember that moment when you found out someone spoke against you in that meeting you weren't even there for? The moment someone tried to stain your name when you weren't there to defend yourself. By the time the news reached your ears, justice had already been served. No announcements, no grand speeches, no request for gratitude. Just action, swift, decisive, unapologetic, because words are wind. Action is thunder. Your enemies boast, threaten, and posture, but they only do so because they assume no one is watching. What they don't realize is that your guardian has been watching the whole time, documenting, calculating, waiting for the exact moment to move in ways that cannot be undone. They don't make hollow declarations. They don't spend energy trying to convince you of their loyalty. They prove it, over and over again, without hesitation. When people ask them why they care so much, they don't explain, they don't justify, they don't try to make sense of what even they may not fully understand. They just act. They don't seek validation. They don't need you to see every move they make. They don't wait for an invitation to protect what they know was never meant to be touched. Because when the universe assigns a guardian, it doesn't send messengers, it sends warriors. And while others are still debating what should be done, still hesitating, still waiting for the right moment, your guardian has already handled it. No noise, no discussion, no mercy. Number 7, their greatest fear, failing you, and they'll burn everything before letting that happen. The ones who truly stand for you don't count the cost. They pay it without question. And those who hesitate, they were never with you to begin with. Your guardian isn't worried about losing friends. They aren't concerned about social fallout. They don't waste time calculating the risks of standing up for you, because to them, the real risk is doing nothing. They would rather walk through fire, burn every bridge, and go to war alone than ever look back and realize they could have done more. While others weigh their options, debating whether defending you is worth it, your guardian has already made their choice. Your safety is not up for negotiation. Career consequences? Irrelevant. Reputation damage? Who cares? Personal cost? A price they'd pay 1,000 times over. Because what truly terrifies them isn't backlash, isn't sacrifice, isn't what they might lose in the process. Their real fear, failing you. They do not fear enemies. They do not fear consequences. They fear hesitation. They fear standing still while harm finds you. They fear waking up one day and realizing they should have moved faster, should have spoken louder, should have fought harder. That fear, it keeps them up at night. It turns their blood cold to even imagine you out there, facing the war alone. And that's why they don't hesitate. They don't need time to think when they sense a threat. They don't wait to see if someone else will step up. They don't ask for approval before making moves. They act immediately, without regret, without pause, because they understand something others don't. To delay is to fail, and failure is not an option. If a moment ever comes where you need them, where the weight gets too heavy, where the fire gets too close, they will move first. They won't wait for your call. They won't ask if you're okay. They will already be there, and, if necessary, they will burn everything in their path to keep you standing. Number 8. From opposition to devotion, when the universe forces them to see. The loudest doubters often become the fiercest defenders, not because you changed, but because they finally opened their eyes. Irony is the universe's favorite tool, and nowhere is that irony clearer than when those who once stood against you become the very ones who would go to war for you. Think back. The ones who questioned you, the ones who challenged you, the ones who resisted your rise, who stood in your way, who tried to convince themselves and everyone else that you were nothing special. What happened? Transformation. Maybe they saw you walk through fire and come out untouched. Maybe they tried to break you and found themselves shattered instead. Maybe they spoke against you, only to be humiliated by forces they never saw coming. Maybe they thought they understood who you were, until the universe showed them exactly how wrong they were. It doesn't matter how it happened. What matters is the result. The fiercest critic became the most vigilant defender. And when others question this dramatic shift, when people ask, How could you go from doubting them to standing beside them? Their answer comes without hesitation. My eyes were opened. I finally saw the truth. They thought they were your opponent. They thought they were in control of their stance against you. They had no idea they were just another piece in the universe's greater plan, a plan that would humble them, break them down, and then rebuild them as your protector. Because that's how the universe moves. It doesn't just eliminate enemies, it converts them. The same people who once mocked you will end up defending your name before you even know you were under attack. The same people who once doubted your power will be the ones warning others. Don't test them. I've seen what happens. The same ones who once worked against you will now make sure no one else dares to. And it won't be because you convinced them. It won't be because you argued with them. It won't be because you sought their approval. It will be because the universe forced them to see what they refused to acknowledge. Your presence alone was enough to undo them. And once they saw the truth, there was no going back. Number 9. Your guardian, your cosmic confirmation. Proof that you were never ordinary. The universe does not waste resources on the insignificant. If you were nothing, no one would care to stop you. If you were powerless, you wouldn't need protection. If your purpose didn't shake the ground beneath your enemies, they wouldn't be scrambling to bury you. Look around. Look at your life, at the battles you fought, at the relentless resistance you faced. Do you really think this is all random? Do you honestly believe the chaos, the betrayals, the endless cycles of opposition are just bad luck? No, this isn't coincidence. This isn't misfortune. This isn't just how life works. This is proof. Proof that you carry something powerful. Proof that your existence alone is a threat to forces that have been trying to suppress you since the moment you arrived. Proof that your purpose is not ordinary, because if it were, no one would care to fight against it. The universe does not deploy elite forces for routine missions. It does not establish sacred perimeters around ordinary people. It does not assign specialized protection to common destinies. And yet, here you are, not just standing, but standing with a guardian, a protector, a defender, a force that was placed in your path before you even realized you needed it. Someone who sees what others dismiss. Someone who fights battles in your name before you even know they've begun. Someone who moves in silence, who does not hesitate, who does not second-guess their role in your life. This is not normal. This is cosmic confirmation. The very presence of your guardian is the loudest declaration that you were never meant to be ordinary. And the enemies you've made along the way, they prove it too. Do you think people spend time attacking the irrelevant? Do you think forces gather to dismantle the insignificant? Do you think entire systems, entire groups, entire networks of opposition form against someone who poses no threat to them? No. They don't waste time on the weak. They don't strategize against the powerless. They don't conspire against those who carry nothing of value. They fear you, not for what you've done, but for what you're becoming, for what you represent, for the fact that no matter how hard they've tried to erase you, silence you, break you, you are still here. And your guardian, they know it too. They don't just protect you because they care. They don't just defend you because they like you. They do it because the universe decreed it. because your assignment carries weight, because your mission bears significance, because your journey holds consequences that ripple far beyond what others can comprehend. And that truth, it haunts your enemies, because they see what you still struggle to accept. They recognize what you still doubt. They have sensed from the very beginning that you were set apart, chosen, divinely orchestrated to disrupt, to build, to transform. And they hate you for it. They despise the way you keep moving forward. They can't stand the way the universe keeps pushing you through doors they swore would stay locked. And no matter how many obstacles they throw at you, no matter how many times they try to pull you under, you rise again and again and again. Not because you are lucky, not because life has been kind, but because you are protected, because the universe does not abandon its own. And while your enemies may still be foolish enough to believe they can win, your guardian knows the truth. They never stood a chance, because chosen ones, they don't fall, they don't break, they don't fade into the background. And if anyone is still foolish enough to try messing with you, heaven help them, because what's coming, they won't survive it. Number 10. The price of waging war against the chosen, a debt that must be paid. You don't touch the chosen without consequence. You don't move against the protected and walk away unharmed. You don't play with fire and expect not to burn. They thought they could stop you. They thought they could interfere, sabotage, betray, and walk away untouched. They were wrong. The moment they moved against you, they triggered something they cannot escape. Because this is not a personal battle. This is not just a grudge, a rivalry, a power struggle. This is war against the universe itself. And the universe? It does not tolerate interference. It responds. Every attack against you was a direct violation of cosmic law, a crime against the forces that put you here, against the blueprint written for your life, against the very path that was carved out for you before they even had names. And what they don't understand is that every action has a price. Every scheme, every betrayal, every word spoken against you in shadows, every knife thrown behind your back, the universe keeps a record. And the debt always comes due. They thought they were only hurting you. They didn't realize they were damaging themselves. They didn't see the noose tightening around their own necks. They didn't notice the walls closing in. They were too busy plotting, too consumed with envy, too desperate to stop you, blind to the fact that they were digging their own graves. And now, the reckoning begins, because what they put out is returning. And it's not coming back in whispers. It's not coming back in subtle nudges. It's coming back like a storm. They will watch as doors close on them, as their own allies turn on them, as the very ground beneath them cracks and collapses. They will wonder why their plans fail, why their name starts to decay, why the things they worked for slip through their fingers like sand. But you will know. You will know that this is not bad luck, not coincidence, not misfortune. This is consequence. This is the price of waging war against someone who was never theirs to touch. And here's the worst part. They can't undo it. There is no apology that can reverse universal law. There is no undo button, no mercy plea, no escape from what is already in motion. Because when the universe moves to correct an injustice, it does not hesitate. And your guardian, they don't forget. They don't forgive. They don't let attacks against you go unanswered. So now, as your enemies begin to feel the weight of their own actions, as the very energy they sent out comes crashing back down on them, they will finally understand. They didn't just come for you, they came for something bigger, and that was their first and final mistake. Number 11. The curse of crossing the protected. They weren't fighting you, they were fighting their own fate. You don't touch the chosen and walk away unscathed. The moment they moved against you, they signed a contract with their own downfall. There are rules in this world, man-made systems, laws, and principles that dictate consequences. Break them, and you face penalties. But then there are cosmic laws, and those, break them, and you face destruction. Your enemies didn't just go after you. They didn't just slander your name, set up roadblocks, throw obstacles in your path. They went after something they were never meant to touch. They challenged the natural order. They interfered with something they did not understand. And now, they are paying the price. Look at the ones who turned against you. Look at the people who went out of their way to try and stop you. Where are they now? Some lost everything: jobs, relationships, stability. Some are trapped in a cycle of suffering, unable to move forward. Some are drowning in the very chaos they wished upon you. This isn't coincidence. This isn't just bad luck. This is justice. The universe doesn't sit back and let its chosen ones be attacked without consequence. It doesn't allow interference to go unanswered. And your enemies, they underestimated the weight of what they did. They thought they were only hurting you. They didn't realize they were waging war against the very system that governs fate itself. They thought they were playing a simple game, pushing a pawn off the board, erasing someone insignificant. But what they didn't know, you weren't just a pawn, you were protected, and the game was never in their control. The moment they plotted against you, the countdown began. Not because you wished harm upon them, not because you sought revenge, but because the universe does not let these things slide. Because what they did wasn't just an attack, it was a violation. And violations come with a cost. They thought they could delay your destiny, but now, everything in their own lives is on hold. They thought they could dim your light, but now, they're the ones struggling to find clarity, lost in the darkness they created. They thought they could betray you and move forward without consequence, but now, they are the ones drowning in the very deception they set in motion. This is not karma. This is universal correction. Because when you interfere with something that was divinely orchestrated, when you attempt to sabotage something that was never meant to be stopped, you do not walk away unharmed. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about some petty back and forth. This is about balance. The universe does not allow interference in its plans. It does not tolerate threats to its chosen. And when someone dares to test that law, they pay for it in full. There are no exceptions, no warnings, no second chances. Because those who come for the protected, they destroy themselves in the process. Number 12. When they come for you, they come for the universe. and the universe does not lose. The moment they made a move against you, they sealed their fate. The universe does not take interference lightly, and by the time they realize what they've done, it's already too late. They thought they were only coming for you. They thought they could throw dirt on your name, block your opportunities, attack you in silence, and then walk away untouched. They thought their schemes would remain hidden, their betrayals would go unnoticed, their attempts to disrupt your destiny would be just another game. But what they failed to understand is who they were actually fighting. Because when someone moves against a chosen one, they are not just going against one person. They are fighting the very force that chose that person, and the universe. It does not tolerate interference. Every attack against you is recorded in the cosmic ledger. Every lie spoken, every trap set, every door slammed in your face is documented, and the universe responds accordingly. Because the laws of balance are unbreakable. For every action, there is a reaction. For every attack launched against you, a counterforce is set in motion. For every betrayal, a consequence. For every underhanded move, a ripple that will eventually crash back into those who started it. Your enemies don't see it at first. They believe they've won. They smile in the comfort of their delusions, mistaking temporary victories for final outcomes. They laugh, thinking they've gotten away with it. But what they don't realize, the storm has already begun. And by the time they sense the shift, by the time they feel the walls closing in, by the time they realize that everything in their life is falling apart at the seams, it's already too late. Because the universe doesn't move on human time. It doesn't need immediate revenge. It doesn't waste energy on petty displays. It waits, it watches, it calculates. And when the moment is right, it strikes. Swiftly, decisively, without mercy. Your enemies will look around and wonder why everything they built is crumbling. They will feel the weight of their own actions pressing down on them. They will learn firsthand that you do not come for the chosen and walk away unscathed, because you were never fighting alone. And now, they aren't suffering alone either. Number 13, the unbreakable law. What is chosen cannot be overthrown. They think they have power. They think they can stop you. But they have no idea that what was written before time itself cannot be erased by mortal hands. They can try. They can scheme, conspire, lie, and manipulate. They can form alliances built on nothing but shared hatred for what they cannot control. They can throw every obstacle in your path, hoping that one of them will finally break you. But they will fail. Because what is chosen is not subject to human interference. Your enemies think they are fighting you, but they are fighting the decree of the universe itself. And there is no force on this earth or beyond that can overturn what has already been written. The universe does not negotiate. When something is chosen, when something is assigned, when something is declared, that is the final word. There is no vote. There is no appeal. There is no reversal. They could gather armies against you. They could whisper lies into the ears of the weak-minded. They could try to dismantle everything you are building. But all they are really doing is wasting their time, because they never had a say in the first place. Your destiny was carved into existence long before they even had names, long before their weak attempts at sabotage were ever considered. long before they even had the capacity to envy what they could never have. They cannot rewrite what the universe has authored, and deep down, they know it. That's why they fight so hard, because their desperation isn't about you. It's about their own powerlessness. It's about the fear that no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, no matter how much energy they put into your downfall, they cannot stop what is coming. They feel it. They sense the shift, the inevitability, the momentum behind you that they cannot slow down. And that's what drives them mad, because their entire existence is built on the illusion of control. But this is beyond them. They can try to close doors, but the universe will open 10 more. They can try to silence your name, but the universe will make sure it echoes louder than ever before. They can try to make people turn against you, but the universe will force them to watch as you rise anyway. And in the end, the only ones who will suffer are them, because the laws of the universe are unbreakable. And rule number 1, what is chosen cannot be overthrown. And so, here we are, the truth laid bare. They cannot stop what has already been written. They can fight, they can scheme, they can throw everything they have at you, but in the end, they will lose. Because the universe does not favor the weak, the bitter, the envious. It upholds what is chosen. And now, it's time to make this message spread. Like, subscribe, and drop the number 77 in the comments if you feel the power of your calling. Share this with another chosen one who needs the reminder. They cannot erase what was meant to rise.